Hello everyone, Amy here. I just wanted to give you a quick video tutorial on getting you started with the OCDP. I know that some of the groups we haven't met with yet, but I'm have some of the online materials ready for you to go. As we talked about in our meetings, the online course development program is both online work as well as group sessions, and we are getting started with the online work officially kicking off next week, but we can get you in there and get you started. So you should have access to it now. It will show up at the very bottom of your Blackboard list because you're in as students. So you look courses where you are in as a student. For myself, it's up here, and it's going to be Online Course Development Workshop 2. So yours will look similar to this. I am with the edit mode off, so you're in as a student. The areas for you to take a look at this week are the About section, just has more information on the actual OCDP. The startup checklist is important. That's getting you, are you ready to get started? We'll talk about all these things, but just as a primer, I would suggest you go through that. But the main bulk of the work is under weekly topics, and we are going to be going into week 1, and it's separated into part A and part B. I'd ask that you just stay in part A as of right now. We're still working on part B specifically for your group. So inside of here, you're going to have very similar to what we talked about your course could look like, just in way of structure. So you have an introduction, the learning objectives for this part, and then you have the work to do. So the big piece right now is to get into this online course development workbook and to take a look at this learning objectives box here. So you have a checklist of all the things you are to do, and then whatever you need to do, it's linked here as well. So for example, there's a tech readiness questionnaire we asked you to take. Well, it's right here. There's a discussion board we asked you to participate in. The link is here. If there's any links, they're linked right there. The big part of week 1 is just getting your head around what is your online course, gathering resources, but also there is down below, there are some tours of some online courses that have been successful in the past. So these are not the provincially funded ones, so these are more just looking at structure. These aren't when we talked about with Alyssa and Ross getting involved with that higher tech, but these are the sort of basic model ones, but for you to take a look at. And then there's always going to be a little tips and tricks at the very bottom, just things that other online teachers have told us have been useful to them, and a summary of what's coming next. So again, that's in the online course development workshop number 2. It'll show up at the bottom of your list. Take a look at About, Startup Checklist, get into weekly topics, week 1, and then part A. Each week will look like this. It'll have part A, part B, with work for you to do, and then we'll get together with our sessions. Thank you to those that I've heard your availability. I'm still collecting availability for our group sessions, but we can start on the online piece now. That's it for now. If you have any questions, please call me, email me. I am available to answer your questions. Thank you.